Dr. John Conyers, Congressman John Conyers, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for coming on.
Very top of the morning to you, Mr. Madison. I'm so happy to hear your voice and be on your program.
John Conyers, my main man. John Conyers, I tell you, we go so far back. I didn't even live in his district, and he was my congressman. I mean, really. No, let me explain this. On this date, 1989. Now, this is how far it goes back. John Conyers announced a call for a study of reparations. Now, hold on a second. He didn't announce for reparations. He said, I just want to study it. I just want Congress to study it. So he introduced a bill again and again and again. I mean, I think he's introduced it ever since 1989. And every time it goes nowhere. They don't even want to study it. But I understand why. Oh, let me pull out my notes here. Real quick. I'm going to pull out this, I'm going to just put it where the goats can get it. I'm going to tell you why they don't want to study it. Because there have been people who have studied it, right? They've studied this, and without, support from Congress. But here's the reason. A nation, this is about facts, just the facts. Now get this, 40 acres and a mule would be worth today, are you ready? At least $6.4 trillion. At least $6.4 trillion. So you take 200 and now listen, follow me. You take 246 years of legal slavery. It says here, in which we extracted wealth from the lives of African Americans at the same time of the Civil War. Close to 4 million African Americans were enslaved. That was 13% of America's total population. Then after the war, the stealing of land, jobs, and the assurance that African Americans, through legal means, as de facto and de jure, did not build wealth as fast as the rest of Americans. Bottom line, the economy that we have today was built on these facts. At the outbreak of the Civil War, the market value of slaves in the United States exceeded, listen to me, the market value of slaves in the United States exceeded that of banks, factories, and railroads combined. The total worth of slavery in the United States at the time, at the outbreak of the Civil War, was $3 billion. That was 48% of the total wealth of the South in 1860. There's only $450 million in currency circulation. So General Sherman he promised 40 acres and a mule. Andrew Johnson, who was a Southerner, overturned General Sherman's promise because it would have redistributed about 400,000 acres to newly freed slaves. Now, don't tell me reparations don't happen. When Abraham Lincoln signed the bill ending slavery in the District of Columbia, in other words, he emancipated slaves in the District of Columbia before he did it nationally. They compensated every slaveholder. If I'm not mistaken, I think the amount was like $250 for every slave that was set free. That's why they didn't want to. That's why they won't pass a bill to just study it. So on this date, June 9th, my main man, John Conyers, introduced ever since 1989, and won't do it. Now, how's that for a history lesson? One 801-8255. Coming up in this hour, we are going to talk to our dear friend, Janet Langhart Cohen, author, activist, playwright, serves as president and CEO of Langhart Communications, who was a very close friend of Muhammad Ali, knew him well for 50 years. And I got to tell you,